Hey, what's up guys? In today's video we're taking a look at the boots of the assembler in PvP. Come back.
What?
I will not let you destroy my world!
Why does Barker's not work right now? You got it. Nice, good job, Valentin.
Oh, huge.
Good job, Valentin. That was amazing. Oh my god, good job, guys. You guys did fucking beautiful there.
Oh, the one is here. Got one. Got two.
I'm dead.
He's dropped from his god form to a mere Super Saiyan.
So jumping right into it, let's go over the build. The star of the show is the new exotic boots for the warlock called the Boots of the Assembler. You get those by completing the Master or Legend Lost sector. It will be in rotation. Keep an eye on today in Destiny.com to know when the boots are gonna be available again. And the exotic perk reads, Blessing of Order. Standing in the healing reef creates noble seekers that seek out allies that are not in the reef and heal them. Standing in the empowering rift creates noble seeker that grants both you and your ally a damage bonus. Each time a noble seeker finds one of your allies, the duration of your rift is briefly extended while you're standing in it. So how do they work exactly? They are basically working by you putting a rift, and when you're in your rift, you have this as they say, noble seeker that goes and heal or empower your ally. I would definitely recommend using it with empowering rift because we want to have damage output. That's what's super powerful with this subclass, is that you're able, because if you just want to be a healer, right, you can just run a Starfire protocol with 2 fusion grenade on middle tree Well of Radiance. That way you can throw grenade, get an overshield to your teammate. Here, what's special about these boots is that you're constantly having a power buff and you're constantly giving your teammate power buff. Where this build is getting to the next level is when you're using to Lumina. It's both a blessing and a curse. The build synergizes really well with Lumina because you're able, as you're popping your rift, you get noble rounds for free. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but basically you are constantly being filled with noble rounds. For those that don't know, noble rounds are perk from the Lumina that you get once you get a kill. Usually you have to get a kill, grab your noble ones from the place where you killed the person, and then shooting the buff to your allies to empowering them. Here, this is not at all how it works. You just have to put your rift and you just get noble rounds for free. And that makes you having a 20% damage boost almost all the time, and it's so easy to proc. And that's really the strength of this build, to be constantly able to do a lot more damage. The problem is that you have to run Lumina. The problem is that Lumina is not a great hand cannon. It's a 140, 120s are still running the show. It has a weird hit registration. It feels like you're shooting blank when you're shooting with the Lumina. If we compare it with the Thorn, I would rather play with Thorn because when you shoot with Thorn, you can feel the impact of the bullet, right? But when you shoot with Lumina, it feels like you're shooting air and it's not a nice feeling. But even though Lumina is not a great weapon, those boots are making it a great weapon, because if you're able to have your 20% damage buff all the time, that ups your crit damage by 84, and you're constantly able to 3-tap people with 1 crit 2 body no matter the resilience. So the ease of use is going through the roof, and now Lumina is a great weapon. Now, as you're playing the boots, you need to keep in mind that you're there to be a support player. You're not really there to be a slayer. It's not your main goal, even though you can. We've seen videos from Sides where he was dropping a 40 bombs just by not even trying really hard. But here, you're really there to buff your teammate. That's why this tool is really good in any game mode. Trials of Osiris, Survival, or any 6v6 based game mode like Control or Clash. So how to play those boots? I've tried it on a variety of subclass on the Warlock. I've tried on top 3 Dawn, of middle 3 Nova Warp. I've tried on top 3, middle 3 and bottom 3 Stormcaller. And so far, even though there was a good synergy with the bottom 3 of Stormcaller with the electrostatic surge, the perk that gives you your rift back, the problem is the super. The super is just too bad. I was getting killed all the time using this super because you're just so slow and so easy to kill. So I decided to went with Top 3 Dawn, I mean, it's hard to say, and I wanted another subclass to be good, but on Warlock, Top 3 Dawn is just too strong. It's way too strong. You have so many good options, and you still keep your movement even without using an exotic movement. Movement is even more important at the moment because Stasis is still ruling the Crucible, ruling and ruining the Crucible, and as a result you need to move. You cannot stay too long in one place, and if your opponent has a small idea of where you are, they can throw a Glacianade, they can throw a Cold Snap Grenade, hunters can throw Shuriken that bounce through walls and track you anyway, so you need to move. And the Icarus Dash is one of the best movement tools, especially on controller. We have a lot of a harder time to 180 turn out. So we need some sort of tool that helps us and protect us from the bullshit, because if you're a little bit out of position, you're dead. You're being very punished at the moment if you're out of cover. Although we could argue that Blink is a great movement tool, which is, the problem is that most of the neutral game of the Void subclass are pretty lackluster if we compare it to the toolkit of Top 3 Dawn. You have the melee tracking, that's super powerful, you have the Solar Grenade that you can block a zone or block someone from rezzing in Trials of Osiris, and you have the Icarus Dash. The Icarus Dash, I mean, it's common knowledge by now, but it's just such a powerful tool to go around the map and to get out of sticky situations. It's basically 200 dodge for free that you get every 5 seconds. So now, which weapon to pair with the Lumina? I had a great time using the Recluse. The Recluse is a lightweight frame SMG that gives you a bonus in movement. The problem that has a great TTK, that has great perks. The problem is that you cannot use it in something like Trials of Osiris or Iron Banner. So I tried a new fusion rifle, and although it's a fun weapon to play with, it doesn't really compete with the Glacioclasm that are definitely stronger in my opinion. With the Shoddy, you could pair it with the Shoddy, but as your role is to be kind of not too much in the fight and really supporting your teammate, healing them constantly, buffing them with bonus damage, your role is not really to be in the action. So I would suggest to run a high impact frame, and we have the Frozen Orbit, which is a great sniper at the moment, and you can body shot if you get the Empowering Reef buff or the Blessing of the Sky buff, the 20% buff. You're able to body shot any Guardian that is 4 resilience or less. If a Guardian is 5 resilience, it won't kill them, but even though it won't kill them on the body shot, which is very easy to land with the sniper, they are going to be so weak that you're going to be able to switch to Lumina. The strength of Lumina is that it has great handling, okay? It lacks in the range department, but it has a great handling. And so you're able to switch from one weapon to the other very easily. At the end of the day, no matter what you guys choose to run with Lumina and the Boots of the Assembler, it's your choice, and I would definitely like you guys to tell me which weapon you're pairing it with. I'm still trying to find the ultimate combination. Overall, I really like playing this exotic. When you're playing it with Lumina on the Top 3 Dawn, it's a lot of fun. The problem is that you have to play Lumina. If you want to play any other kinetic weapon, you won't be able to get the most out of those exotic. So that was it. That was my thought on this exotic, on this new piece of armor. I really like the direction that Bungie is taking right now, trying to give roles to players, synergizing exotic with weapons, and just being quite creative with new perks that are very interesting in the new season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe and comment, and let me know your thoughts on this video and on this exotic, and I see you guys in the next video. Bisous.